In this video, we will discuss about Barlow's SMCR model of communication. The acronym SMCR stands for Sender, Message, Channel and Receiver. Barlow's SMCR model of communication describes the different components that form the basic process of communication. Because this communication tool also emphasizes the coding and decoding of the message, it can be used for more efficient communication. In ancient period, Aristotle described three primary aspects of all forms of communication: the speaker, the subject, and the person who received the message. He argued that it is the listener who ultimately determines the meaning of any particular message. Similar to modern theories on communication, Barlow's SMCR model of communication describes four components of communication. In 1948, the Bell System Technical Journal published a mathematical model developed by Claude Shannon and Warren Weaver. This model was initially developed to improve technical communication but would later be applied in many other fields. In 1960, David Barlow expanded on this linear communication model and created the SMCR model of communication. Today, the sender-receiver framework is often used in communication sciences. Barlow's SMCR model of communication includes four components that describe the communication process. The different components in the model are included by various factors. The first one is the sender. Sender is the source of the message or the person who originates the message. The person or source sends the message to the receiver. The following are the factors related to sender and is also the same in the case of receiver. Communication skills. Communication skills of a person is a factor that affects the communication process. If the sender has good communication skills, the message will be communicated better than if the sender's communication skills are not good. Similarly, if the receiver cannot grasp the message, then the communication will not be effective. Communication skills include the skills to speak, present, read, write, listening, etc. Attitude. The attitude of the sender and the receiver creates the effect of the message. The person's attitude towards self, the receiver and the environment change the meaning and the effect of the message. Knowledge. Familiarity with the subject of the message makes the communicated message have its effect more. Knowledge on the subject matter makes the communicator send the message effectively. Social systems. Values, beliefs, laws, rules, religion, and many other social factors affect the sender's way of communicating the message. It creates difference in the generation of message. Place and situation also fall under social systems. Culture. Cultural differences make messages different. A person from one culture might find something offensive which is very much accepted in another culture. Message. At first, content. The body of the message from the beginning to the end comprises its content. For example, whatever the class teacher teaches in the class from beginning to the end, it is the content of the message. Second one is elements. It includes various things like language, gestures, body language, etc. They constitute all the elements of the particular message. Any content is accompanied by some elements. Treatment. It refers to the packing of the message and the way in which the message is conveyed or the way in which it passed or delivered. When there is too much treatment, communication will not go smoothly. Structure. The structure of the message refers to how it is arranged, the way people structure the message into various parts. Message is the same, but if the structure is not properly arranged, then the receiver will not understand the message. Code. The code of the message refers to the means through which it is sent and in what form. It could be, for example, language, body language, gestures, music, etc. Even culture is a code. Through this, people give and receive messages and communication takes place. Only when the code is clear, the message will be clear. The wrong uses may lead to misinterpretation. Channel. Channel is the medium used to send the message. In mass communication and other forms of communication, technical machines might be used as a channel like telephone, internet, etc. But in general communication, the five senses of a human being is the channel for communication flow, and it affects the effectiveness of the channel. We receive the message through hearing, we perceive through seeing, we also get non-verbal messages by seeing. Many of the non-verbal communication happens from touching, like holding hands. We collect information from smelling. Taste also provides the information to be sent as a message. Receiver. Receiver is the person who gets the message and tries to understand what the sender actually wants to convey and then responds accordingly. This is also called as decoding. Barlow's model believes that the effective communication can be achieved if the sender and the receiver are not the same level. The message might not have the same effect as intended if the receiver and the sender are not similar. The receiver must also have a very good listening skill. Other factors are similar to that of the sender, like communication skills, attitudes, knowledge, social system, and culture. In short, Barlow's SMCR model of communication presents the communication process in its simplest form. The model consists of four components that are each influenced by different factors. To ensure the message is conveyed as effectively as possible, the sender and the receiver must share some common ground. Communication skills play a crucial role in this. Other factors such as culture, knowledge, and attitude are also vital. What may be considered rude in some cultures may be preferably fine in others. The main criticism of Barlow's SMCR model of communication are there is a lack of feedback. The effects are particularly unknown. It does not mention the barriers to communication. There is no room for noise. It is a rather complex model. It is a linear model of communication. It requires people to be on the same level for effective communication to happen. However, that rarely happens in everyday life. The main drawback of the model is that it omits the usage of sixth sense as a channel of communication, which is an asset to human beings, like thinking, understanding, analyzing, etc. Now try this. What do you believe are the factors that contribute to smooth communication? What factors may disrupt or complicate communication? And make a presentation on Barlow's SMCR model of communication.